Yo, what's up? My name is Petrowski, and today it is currently February 13th, 2024 at 2:54 p.m. to be exact. Am I still using that intro? Am I using the name Petrowski still? I don't know, because I'm planning to upload this video 2 years from now. You see, this is towards the beginning of the 2012 market. Not really, actually. It's towards the beginning to middle. You see, the 2012 market, and what I mean by 2012 market is that Pokemon with the catch date 2012 in Pokemon, I believe, are worth pokeyen. I think they're a collectible. I think people care about them. I think that there is a natural demand for them, similar to that of Pokemon base cards. People like the nostalgia, people like collecting, people like having the first of anything. It's human nature. But some people have been claiming around the community, whether in my comments, other content creator comments, Reddit, the forums, whatever it may be, they claim that I am manipulating the price. They claim that it's just a bubble and that I am only manipulating it for my own, manipulative personal gains, that I'm just trying to make money on 2012 Pokemon. Now, we can just put that to the test, and I'm going to do so today. I'm going to price check a bunch of different 2012 Pokemon and just see what happens to that price in 2 years, because if I am truly manipulating the market for my own personal gain, that means there isn't a natural demand for these things. That means that the price shouldn't go up in 2 years, but if in 2 years there was a natural demand and people actually do care about owning these things and do care about collecting these things, then the price should have gone up. No more 2012 Pokemon can ever be entered into the game. It's only the ones that were released into the game during that 6-month or so period that Pokemon existed within 2012. The amount that exists is the amount that exists, and currently the amount of 2012 Pokemon that are usually listed on the GTL is usually around 130 or so. I think right now it's 145. We can actually just see those direct numbers. 133 at the moment. And I'm just going to go through and just be showing like commonly listed or in what I consider to be important or relevant 2012 Pokemon. And to me in the future, to Pokemon in the future, feel free to fact check me and see if you think that I was manipulating something. And if it turns out that this is evidence that I obviously wasn't manipulating the market, and you are one of those people who were claiming that, I hope you take a long look at yourself in the mirror and deeply reflect on your life. Alright, but let's get started. Currently, the cheapest 2012 Pokemon is around 192k. Maybe somewhere around 192 to 200k or so. The start date on these is 2 days ago. They've been listed for a little bit of time, but nothing crazy. Let's jump into starter Pokemon. That's something that people really appreciate. So we can only see, for example, one Charizard on the GTL at the moment at 4.7 mil, and then one Charmeleon at around 7 mil. We can also check things like Squirtle. Currently, there's no Squirtles listed. Let's check War Turtles, 14.5 mil. That seems kind of high. I don't know if that's actually selling for that price, I will say. Seems pretty drastically high. I'd say it's overpriced. Blastoise currently sitting around 2 to 5 mil for a 1x31. 2 to 3 mil is generally the correct price for a Blastoise. Charizard, once again, kind of similar at 4.7. If you're still watching in 2 years, Emil, thanks for that sub. Let's not forget Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur. So no Bulbasaur is currently on the market. No Ivysaurs, any Venus. One Venusaur at 7 mil. It's got 31 speed. That's why. That's pretty relevant. Let's check 2012 shiny Pokemon. I believe there's only one shiny Pokemon. One 2012 shiny at the moment. And this is one that's been really going up recently. 55 mil is the cheapest 2012 shiny Pokemon that exists. I've seen 3 or so on the market over the past couple weeks or so, and this is the only one that hasn't sold, and it's even been upped in price over time, and no one seems to be biting on this one, but all the other ones I saw list for similar-ish prices have been sold off. Let's move into some more interesting 2012 Pokemon, things like Chansey and Tauros. Chansey, only one at the moment for around 500k. That's kind of the going price for Chansey at the moment. This was a Safari caught Pokemon back then, which was really hard to get and just really rare. 2012 Tauroses, similar situation. A lot of those 2012 Safari Mons were worth a lot of money, so 500k we're looking at. Pinsir, around 1 mil. I'd say overpriced. I'd probably bump that down to 500k in terms of actual value. Let's look into fossil type Pokemon. These are another Pokemon that have some decent value. 400 to 600k. Let's go ahead and do Kabuto. No Kabutos listed. What about Amistars or Ammonites? None of those are listed. Let's check for some fan favorite Pokemon. Things like Alakazam, we see 370k. Maybe Abras and Kadabras. 0 Abras listed at the current time. 0 Kadabras as well. What about Ghastly in the Gengar line? Once again, fan favorites are good to price check. Around 500 to 1 mil pokeyen. Let's check things like Gyarados. Lapras was also actually a tough one. Lapras around 500k. We've got Gyarados at 450k. Magikarp is a good one. No Magikarps. Any Dratinis, Dragonairs, or Dragonites? We see, yeah, one of each actually for 600k a piece is pretty fair. Let's check the Hitmon brothers. These are a cool one because you only got one per character, obviously, from the storyline itself. One Hitmonchan for 600k and a couple of those. One Hitmonlee for 800k, and that's it. And let's just do one quick browse from lowest to most expensive, just through everything so we have it physically and video-wise logged for the future. I think economic stuff like this is interesting to check in the future, just going through Growlithe for 400k, 1x31, stuff like that. Some 1x31s for around 500k for a 31 attack Meowth. I think that's honestly pretty interesting. The Dratini, the Cacturns, the Sharpedos, those are some interesting 2012 Pokemon. 11, 12... 13, we saw a Blastoise there. 14 pages of Pokemon. All right, that's the end of the price checks. Now, this is an interesting video. I normally don't do stuff like this, and I hope... My reasoning is because there's a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of content creators, and I agree with that, and I really take that seriously, and that responsibility should always be put on to me in areas where it's important. If you feel like I'm spreading misinformation, let's talk about it. I want to address that. If you think I can improve my content in certain ways, that's awesome. Let's talk about it politely. Let's address those things. If you think I'm acting in some malicious way, let's talk about it. Am I actually? What's going on? I like to talk about these things. I think it's important to hold myself to that standard and provide proof of whether something is going on or not. This is a little bit of a way to hold audience members or community members to that same responsibility, where it's like, if you're making the claim that I'm maliciously trying to manipulate the market, that's a bold claim. Now, I'm not going to call it any names in specific because I don't think that's fair. I think that's bullying. I think it's harassment, and I would never want anybody to get targetedly attacked because of that. But you know who you are. If you're still here in 2 years, I hope you're watching this, and I hope that I'm either right or wrong, or however it may be. We'll face the music together. So let's see how the 2012 market is in 2 years, fellas. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for hopefully daily Pokemon videos still in 2 years. I'm not sure. Follow the Twitch for, at the time, streams were Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. It's weird to say all these things. Discord should be linked down below, hopefully still. And if you want to go above and beyond, hopefully we still have YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo. Thanks for watching. I'm sure a lot of things have changed, and thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for watching until the very end of the video, and I hope it was a positive asset to your day. The same way everybody listed here is a positive asset to my day, going above and beyond and allowing me to make content every single day. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one.